Muhammadu Buhari interview. Nigerians never supported me. All they do is criticize me. Thanks to Tinubu, they know my worth now. Can you imagine? So, what is this man trying to say? At all his 8 years, nobody appreciated him, nobody supported him. All people were doing was criticizing him. And right now that he's out, thanks to Tinubu, they now know his worth. What is his worth? So now you see Tinubu's failure and now know that he is better, and that he was doing better, and he's likely going to be better than Tinubu. That's what I read from here. But again, before I insinuate, let's just get straight into the details to understand Muhammadu Buhari better. He spoke during an interview with the Nigerian Television Authority (NTA) in Abuja. Former President Muhammadu Buhari has revealed that he was once mocked by Nigerians. According to him, Nigerians once laughed at him because he had no money while trying to become president. Okay, Buhari, however, said God saved him through the permanent voters card PVCs. So he spoke during an interview with the Nigerian Television Authority (NTA) in Abuja. Now, reminiscing on his failed attempt for the presidency, Buhari said, I had no man to blame but myself. I made up my mind to continue trying. People laughed at me because here is a stupid poor man who wanted to relieve Nigeria but has no money to give us. But God saved me by sending technology, the permanent voters card. Can you imagine? This was the attitude of some people. I feel patriotism in the profession I found myself in after leaving secondary school was fantastic. Okay, I tried to be fair where I find myself. I found myself struggling to gain support because Nigerians seem to be impressed more by material success rather than be honored by the less privileged. We are a fantastic initiative. So what are you trying to say now? How is it thanks to Tinubu now? That Tinubu brought you out, or how? Or that Tinubu now is in power and people can now see the difference. Okay? That they criticized him, they laughed at him because he never had money for politics while trying to be a president, and the only thing that saved him was permanent voters card. So permanent voters card saved you because there was perfect voting, but how did that help the regime immediately after you now? How is that helping the government now that you have left? Okay, this man is just trying to say his own. Already people are reacting to what he's saying. Let's get it. Nigerians never supported you because you are a daft and a dummy. He's a Fulani man. They don't give him. That be small hopeless food. They don't finish him. Nobody know your worth. All of you are a disappointment to the country, but God will judge you. That is it. That is it. So somebody is saying this is a stupid president like you, walked man. We don't need you at all. Okay, so what it means is that nobody's even missing him up till now. Because his government was very bad. He had the worst government in the history of Nigeria, ranging from Boko Haram to ISWAP to Fulani herdsmen and banditry in people's farmland, raping, maiming, and killing people in their farmland. It was the bloodshed or terrorist attack and terrorism was at the peak. Fulanization and Islamization of Nigeria was almost at the peak. If not that Nigeria is destined not to be an Islamic nation. Now by now, because he vowed in 1984 that he will do everything within his power to Islamize Nigeria if he's made the president. And when he got the president, he tried to do it by violence, but it still didn't work for him. So nobody's missing Buhari, to be frank. And somebody said already, he's a foolish man, he's a madman. Now, all his effort to turn over Nigeria to his Fulani brothers failed woefully. From his water bills and grazing route are all his regrets. And that opportunity will never come again, thank God. I love your comment. You are a man of history. So exactly. So the truth of the matter is that all his attempt to Islamize and Fulanize Nigeria did not work. Somebody said before you came, I smelled bad news. And we all know that it is continuous continuous assessment. Somebody said, well, despite his failures to secure Nigeria from banditry, Boko Haram, ISWAP, kidnapping, he tried his best to make Nigeria safe for his Fulani kinsmen. In fact, he aided and abated their expansion from southern Kaduna, Plateau, Taraba, Imo, Ondo to Port Harcourt. He empowered bandits, Fulani herdsmen, and protected them from being killed. Anyway, PMB has credit to himself by bringing the POS. Was he the person that brought the POS? Yeah? Was he the person that brought the POS? And here, somebody saying, even all those your Hausa Fulani that cheered you on during the days your absurdities are ashamed to defend you today. So those that cheered you before were actually ashamed to defend you today. So you were the worst president ever. I pray someone will have the courage to jail you for the suffering you subjected us to. Exactly. But are you sure that what is happening in Tinubu's era will not be worse than what happened that time? Because what we're seeing now is the more you look at the less you see with this APC government. Someone said, is it your Malu that voted you? Not your fault. It's Jagaban that carried your matter forehead. Then your generation not go see that seat or reach there again. Which of the Buharis is this, the dead one or Jubri from Sudan? Now you know, nobody know that one. Somebody said, thanks to BAT, you are not being made to face the music for all your crimes against Nigerians. Actually, Buhari government was the worst, was very terrible, and was very unbearable, made life difficult, and it's part of the reasons we are still suffering today. Apart from the fact that Tinubu is already making some wrong decisions, economic decisions, part of the problem we are suffering today were created by Buhari, no doubt about that. And somebody say, we still love Isai Baba Buhari. And somebody tell who be we? Now only you love him. No, who be we? Better speak for yourself. Reply to good night, Rugo. Say, we, us, we, all. You're your own. No. Not be we. We are not the part of it. We are not part of it at all. I said, why not? It was during your tenure corruption graduate from billions to trillions. Useless empty brain. Exactly. I don't even have to read. But from the heading, Buhari is far as Nigeria is concerned, would worth nothing. You are a disappointment to all Nigerians. God will judge you, useless murderer. So he's gotten his own. Nobody like him because the government was the worst ever in the history of Nigeria. We're even looking at Tinubu after 6 months. We still don't trust Tinubu anyway. Let him just be running and let's see where it's running to. But obviously we know that his own government is also not going to be better. Probably going to be the worst with the current economic decisions that is already taken. So thank you for listening and let's have your comments.